Namaste. On behalf of Consulate General of India, Frankfurt, I welcome you all to the second edition of Let's Connect 9 Women, 9 Success Stories. During Navratri, Goddess Durga is celebrated in various forms across various states in India. During the celebrations, we pray to Goddess Durga and recollect once what she signifies to the world. As a part of our series, we are interacting with 9 women who have some exceptional achievements. We are learning from their experiences. At the same time, we are also celebrating their unique capabilities and the change they brought to the world. Today, we have one such exceptional accomplisher, Ms. Shobana Nair, who is the head of International Migration Services and is working with Internationaler Bund. I welcome you, Shobana, to today's sessions. Now, may I request you to please introduce yourselves to our audience.
Thank you very much, Ashalita, for this welcoming words, and namaste to everyone. And let's worship Goddess Durga and worship the world and wish for peace and for all of us and the earth. Thank you very much for having me here. It's an honor to be here. My name is Shobana. I'm 42 years old, and I was born and brought up in Germany. But I'm originally from Kerala, India, and my parents came to Germany in the 70s. And my mom, she worked as a nurse for 35 years, and my father is a medical technical radiology assistant and worked for more than 40 years. They both retired, and I live here with my family. I have also 2 older brothers.
Okay, Shobana, that's a very lovely introduction. Shobana, you're associated with International Bund. We would like to know more about the International Bund and what services does it offer to the people who are migrating here. Yeah, could you please tell our audience more about it?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. Internationaler Bund is one of the biggest service providers of youth, social and educational work within Europe. So we are serving 350,000 beneficiaries a year. It has 14,000 employees Germany-wide. We have 5 subsidiaries abroad, and as I said, it's a non-profit organization. We're non-governmental and non-denominational, which was very important for myself as I have different backgrounds, as you got to know already. It was very important for myself to work for an organization whose doors are open to everyone, which IB ensures. And the portfolio ranges from childcare to care for senior citizens, but educational work and also international work, where I'm in charge of the International Migration Services. So this was established in 2011 by IB, and the sense is to help people from abroad into life and work in Germany. IB focuses a lot on the human being and the integration process of the people, so I'm proud as I have the story of my parents or my family integrating into Germany to offer people from abroad a welcome culture in Germany.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Shobana, for telling our audience about IB. I can see that some great work done being there by IB, and also as a head of International Migration Services, I think you would be playing a key role in this too. Shobana, I understand that from what I understand, you have worked with various companies and have held some big roles in the past, maybe for around 10 years or so. And what made you to choose IB, and how did this transition happen? I think I can see a huge shift of nature of work.
Yes. I have studied international business administration and foreign economics at the University of Applied Sciences in Worms, and actually I always wanted to work in development cooperation projects from the start, working in the social sector. And but by coincidence it came that I was working for the private sector, which I appreciate a lot because I was learning a lot. And for example, during my studies studies, I was working for BASF
Mhm.
and had the chance to also do an internship in India at BASF India Limited, where I was working for the corporate communications department, which was step line to the board. And that was a fantastic experience. And later on, I worked as a student for SAP, and I love working with SAP. I wrote my final thesis there about the implementation of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which is a US stock exchange law at SAP. So that was my first role as well, and we achieved all goals in this project, so I could receive an award before I left SAP, but I really wanted to learn a lot when I was young, so I decided to change the companies, or whenever the project is finished, to have a new experience. So I moved to Munich and joined Tech Data, Tech Data Europe, and I was in the internal audit department, where I got a promotion after almost 2 years to a senior auditor. And after 2 years, I was asked to take over a team in the HR department by the CEO of Tech Data Germany, where it was an honor because I was just 30 and I had my first team. And for me, it was a great challenge, and I really wanted to focus on everything and make it. And so for 2 years, I did daily business. I had a first managing experience and also optimized processes. And later on, I actually thought, okay, now you don't do that high role anymore, but I was recommended by my previous SAP boss for another role at an international online marketing agency. So I became the director of business development there, and I was also in charge of an Institute for Intercultural Competence and HR director. And then I really thought, okay, now you really need to reflect on your dreams, and you always wanted to be in the social sector, and I wanted to give it a try. Whereas people said, you don't have any experience in the social sector, so you won't make it within 1 year. I said, I don't have that year, so I decided to do a voluntary job in Namibia. A friend of mine was living there, and she helped me there joining the Namibian Women's Health Network, which is doing a lot of projects with people who are HIV positive. And that 3 weeks affected me a lot. So I got to know a lot of lovely people, and I saw that a lot of people are discriminated because of their health status. And we gave English lessons in the informal settlements, for example, for women who are discriminated in the hospitals because of their health status. And so we wanted to support them by language provision. And also we tried to find medical care for women who got sterilized against their will by giving birth to their last child without them knowing. So this was emotionally touching me a lot, and I knew that I wanted to work in the social sector. And by coincidence, I got to know through a friend of mine, a psychologist of IB. She's working with young people who are in rehabilitation because of psychological problems, and are trying to have a vocational educational training and don't make it within the first go. So they get psychological support. So I followed her work for 4 weeks, and I was very impressed by IB. And as I told you in the beginning, IB's doors are open to everyone, and they take care for people in need. So I was really identifying myself with this organization and hoping that I get the chance to work there. And I was lucky that I was hired in the International Corporations Department, And before I got my role as a head of international migration services in the headquarters right now, I was doing 2 years of strategic product marketing and sales at IB. So I got to know the broad range of services we provide to especially vulnerable people, and which also impressed me a lot. And I got to know a lot of experts in various fields, and that impressed me as well. And I learned a lot in that time, and I could also build up a very good network within IB. And it was always my dream, and I hope now that we can also offer a very well integration process for people coming from India, doing here a job and who want to live and work in Germany.
Yeah. Thank you, Shobna. Thank you for sharing your story with us. It was really inspirational, and we're glad to learn from you how you're bringing a change to the world. Shobna, I would like to ask you now, how has your experience been with IB? And also, would you like to share some special accomplishment during your experience with IB?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity as well. I shared a lot of information, I think, about IB now. So my biggest achievement was, I would say, I always think we are a big team at IB. Our biggest achievement was that we helped since 2011 3,000 people into a professional perspective in Germany. But last year, me and my colleague, we helped around 80 people from Colombia into a professional perspective in Germany, and they are now waiting to come here, and we are guiding them through a process right now in a digital way, because we cannot be there. But at IB it's like this, from the first point of contact, you get to know the employer where you later will work, and us, and we take care of you for the whole process and also afterwards. And so they are going through a language course right now, and we try to get the recognition of their qualifications and do all the paperwork with the authorities, and afterwards they will come here, and then I think there will make some difference as IB. We accommodate them, and they will continue with the language course before they start working, and so they have a time to arrive in Germany with a welcome culture. And I'm glad that I can offer that now, after the story of the integration of my parents in Germany or of my family, that I can offer that to other people as well. And so we let them arrive in Germany before they start working.
Yeah. Thank you, Shobna. As you said, it is very important that we know about the culture, the language before moving to the country, and I think it really helps a lot to get ourselves prepared for the situation coming in the future. Shobna, we see a lot of people migrating to Germany every year. Do you have any advice for those people, especially women, to integrate themselves faster into the society?
Yes, thank you for that question, which is, I think, very important, because right now IB is in a certification process which is done by the government for fair recruitment. So the government wants to ensure that the employees are protected, or the migrants who come here for work and living, that they are protected. And I think it's very good within the certification. A part of this is that you get well informed before you get recruited or you migrate to another country. So get to know about the country specifics, get to know about working in Germany, the differences between your role maybe in your home country and in Germany, because there can be differences which you find awkward when you arrive here and you have to do things which you have not to do in your home country. So this is, I think, very important that you get well informed. So it's our task as well, before we introduce the people to the employer, that we inform them a lot about living and working in Germany. Then also I would recommend to always talk to people who already did that process, who came to Germany and how they feel, because that will be a very authentic and real answer. And they would also maybe tell about obstacles. And this is, I think, also very important. And if I can give an advice, and also if I just had an info session for nurses from India. I also say, even if you don't go with IB, go with an organization who is well renowned or well known in Germany, and also maybe who might have a certification, because this certification protects you from getting into debts, because you have to pay a lot of money for the recruitment process. And this is what the certification tries to ensure. It tries to protect the experts coming from abroad.
Yeah. Thank you, Shobna. I totally agree with your point that we should set our expectation right before migrating, and so that we are not surprised by what's happening here. And also, it's a very valid point that learning from others' experiences would help us avoiding mistakes, and of course, we can integrate ourselves faster that way. Shobna, we have a lot of women who would like to achieve something professionally or make a career over here. Do you have any advice for such women so that they can start their career faster and be professionally successful?
I mean, I can only advise what worked for myself, and I'm meditating a lot, for example, to find my inner peace, because I think this is a very good basis for everything, and I always try to follow my intuition. But what I learned in the past is that it's always good to dream big, to have a vision, and in the best way, maybe also make a plan for your vision, and then try to follow the single steps to reach your milestones. And even if you have failures, try to get up, try to learn from your failures. And if people criticize you, you maybe take this as an advantage to develop and grow on yourself, and cooperate always with others. And I think it's very important that you believe in yourself, because whenever you fall down, you have to get back on your feet. It's important that at least you believe in your project or your intention, your vision. And sometimes there is a single person believing in yourself, but sometimes there is not. So I think it's very important that you appreciate yourself, and that you love what you do, because if you love what you do, you will do it with passion, and I think that will lead to success. And if you don't like what you do, then you might follow your next dream. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Shobna. I'm pretty sure that our audience would greatly benefit from your words. And Shobna, thanks a lot for joining us today and sharing your story and giving your valuable inputs to us. And I wish you a very happy Durga Puja.
Thank you so much for having me here, and I think I'm just sitting here for so many other women as well, like for my mother or sisters. I don't have sisters, I have 2 older brothers, and I love them, but friends of mine, and also other inspiring women, you and Resi, thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Namaste.